Hi, so this is the first video on the faith series. So just talk about what is faith. So summary, I'll compare invisible and invisible, good and bad, past and present, faith in other people, faith in religions, common signs, feelings, and conclude. So the invisible and visible. So like, how do you know what a person is thinking? You know, you don't. You say you cannot. You don't know what a person is thinking. So there is an invisible thing. But what he tells you is considered like what you know, visible. Okay, so the visible is just a shadow. Okay, it's like a summary of, it's like a shadow of the invisible, right? uh, so whatever we can see is just a clue on what is going on, that you, things that you cannot see. So obviously the more important one is the invisible things. Yeah. Why does it matter? Okay. We cannot see the future. Okay. Yeah, I'll explain later. So it matters because we are dealing in a world where a lot of things cannot be seen. Okay. Like everything can be seen lah. Basically, what other people are thinking. Right. Why a lot of things we cannot see people, like let's say we our friends, where are they when people yeah, everything cannot be seen, even the future cannot be seen, right? Places, different places, we cannot see what are happening in different places. So obviously we cannot say that we want to see and we want to know everything, we want 100% guarantee. Nothing is guaranteed in this world, right? I mean, of course there are some things that are guaranteed life, but as in not everything is visible in this world, right? Even the atoms are invisible, right? Before they even take a microscope to look at the atom, they cannot mah. So it's just a theoretical concept. They believe that they are electrons, right? Of course they did some experiments and then it says that there is forces lah, but it all starts from a belief. Like when you come up with all the theories, scientific theories, before you have an experiment you must have a theory, right? Yeah, so everything is starts with the invisible first, right? Invisible, there are more things lah. Even in the universe they say there are more invisible things than visible things. uh, Good and bad, good versus bad. So what is good or bad? Okay. um, so it's everybody has to decide what they want to do. Yeah, but how do you decide what is good? Of course we all say I want to choose good lah, right? I want good things to have, I want to do good to other people, I want good things to people to do good things to me, right? uh, and nobody likes bad mah. Who likes a bad person? Yeah. um, but then what actually is good or bad, you know? If you give a beggar money, free money, he will every day look for you for money, and you don't change anything, right? He will become maybe you take the money buy drugs, like you will buy cigarettes or alcohol. So is that good? It's not necessary, right? So you need to be able to decide. You don't know 100%, but you cannot say okay, I don't know whether if I give him money, what he will do with the money, what will happen, right? Then you won't do anything, if you have a right, then you end up you also won't do anything. So no matter what, you have to take a chance and believe that it's good lah. So it's like a belief lah. You have to take a belief. So from whose perspective, right? For you, it may be good. For other people, it may be bad. So ultimately, the perspective cannot be from us. Right? We have the ultimate perspective have to be from the judge. The judge will decide who and what is good and what is bad ultimately, and we know lah that when we die, of course we are not going to be the judge. So who's the judge when after all these things? It's not us lah. So past, present, or future. So like we have eyes in front, so we are supposed to look ahead of us lah. We don't bother what is happening behind us right? So we walk forward also, we don't walk backwards also. So what is in the future? What is the future? The future is something that we cannot see and we need faith on what will happen in the future. All people they say I don't know what will happen in after I die. I also don't care I don't know what will happen after in the next 10 years or what. It's like sounds stupid, right? You have to plan for the future but how do you plan if you don't have belief or you don't have faith for what will happen in the future? So what is in the past, we already of course you will know lah, but sometimes of course we never analyze properly the past, so we also don't know what is the past. So we also need faith to understand the past, right? We also need to know, then we can know what is happening in the present. Present means now okay. Right, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going, then where are you now? It's like you look at the GPS or a map. If I don't show you your location on the map, sorry, if I don't show you your destination and I don't show you your past, how do you know where are you in your present? Yeah. Or if you want to go to the future, you need to know your present and you need to know your past but past is not so important more important is the future. Okay, you want to reach a destination right? So you need to know where you are and where you're going to. Okay, that's why they say past is the past it's not important but yeah. So we need to have of course we don't want to neglect the past also, because if it's not right, because it's basically like a arrow, it's a direction, the future, the past, and the present, right? So it is from the past going to the future right? If you just know the past, then it's very hard to know the future because you only got one dot. But if you got two dots, you got the past and the present, then you can draw a line and then you can draw a line to the future something like that okay. Faith in other people, so it's based on experience. So if other people are based on actions based on the physical the things that we experience, if they are like not treating us well, then they don't expect them to treat us again well next time. So no point having faith in the wrong people don't have faith in the wrong things. Right, if somebody is a bad person, then don't expect him to do good things, right? Yeah. So born we know these things we know that everybody is once a baby, born a baby, everybody will die as a corpse, everybody lives for up to 100 years, and this is beginning and end. Everybody is the same, okay. We don't have like somebody dying and go become become an angel after he die or what. Before you become an angel or what, you become a corpse first So everybody is so you treat other people like yourself ah. So actually, like they say, human beings actually come from Adam and Eve, or all came from the same origin. So if Adam and Eve was our god great grandfather, then actually we are all like relative, my cousins lah, and uncle aunties and all. So yeah, so you just what do they deserve then? Right, you must not give them too much, not give them too little lah. So yeah, so must be fair, and yeah, you cannot just decide. I cannot. It's not so straightforward lah. Yeah. Faith and religions. So before religions, like orang asli, the Aborigines, they don't have religion. So they believe in all these spirits lah. Right. And then of course the but all religions require actions, correct? The spirits, even the spirits, they will tell you what you can do, what you cannot do. Like we got headhunters, you got yeah, you so you got all the what lah. Last time they pray to the god, then it will rain. You pray, then it will stop raining. All these things ah. So all the spirits require you to do something lah. They require you to burn somebody. They require you to do some sacrifice, or some action lah. Require every religion lah, up to Christianity, Islam, all need to do something. Nothing is like you sit on your ass do nothing one. But are the actions good or not? Usually like Chinese, they believe 4 is bad. Christianity believe that whoever who don't believe in Jesus Christ will go to hell, and all you need to do is believe and your sins are forgiven. So are those things good or not? Right, you go and tell, let's say you go and tell some stranger or anybody you're going to hell. Do you do that? Of course, if you really believe, then you know is it polite or not to believe this kind of thing, to tell other people? I mean, if they are really bad people, then yes lah. But if but you cannot just yeah. So it's and do they result in good actions or not? Right. Uh, or are they just there's no such thing as neutral one, right? There is either uh, good or bad only. Okay, like if you think you are jihad and you want to bomb all the Christians, all all everybody is infidel except your own people, and then even you kill even other sects also, like the Shia and the Shiite or what, kill each other or what. Are those actions good? So you must not fall into the trap okay, is commerce, right? In business, we want to minimize our risk. We always want to hedge our risk. uh, yeah, we don't want to gamble. There's no such thing as a gamble in business. Okay, you are dealing with your company's money. You cannot in risk management lah, you don't gamble. Okay, but so the carefulness is very important. You don't want to simply sign contracts, or simply buy things, simply trust the wrong people. But you see that in business, no matter how you call it management, okay, not elimination, or you cannot totally take away your risk, right? There is always going to be an element of risk in business. So we need there, like they say, there is no reward lah, no risk, no reward. High risk, high reward. Low risk, low reward. Like if you think that, I want to have the best of both worlds, I want to enjoy in this life, and I also want to enjoy in the next life, then where's the risk? Where is the sacrifice, or where is the effort? You just do nothing, and then you think you will come money, a job on the side from you. No, you have to do something for reward. Okay, you have to take risk. Okay, we also need to prioritize in business. You cannot do everything you want. You have to choose one business and go into that business and stick in that business. Okay. When you are accountant, then you do accounts. You do accountant, then you do HR, you do sales, you go and do marketing, you go do production, admin, or you cannot do everything. So we learn how to prioritize our time also. Yeah. So why I say business we need faith, is it because you don't know mah. Sometimes we think, oh, every business also good mah, every business also can make money mah, I go into every business, right? No, you have to choose. You believe this business is the best, then you have to choose also. You cannot say I want the best of everything, I want everything. Huh? Okay. Faith and science. So how a theory is discovered, right? They believe also mah, they imagine in their head. So normally it all comes from, they say, imagination. Albert Einstein and all say it's imagination. Okay. You must picture it in your head, but your imagination is not just empty imagination. Your imagination comes from observation of the world, right? um, and then from the theory, then you have experiments. If your experiment confirm your theory is correct, then you have what you have a new discovery. But how do you apply then? How do you apply? Even if your theory is confirmed, you need to apply the formula to develop technology. You need products, you need to develop things. So how to apply? Apply also depends a lot on experience. Okay, if you yeah, so it's like how Steve Jobs developed the Apple, the what I like all of us are using smartphones nowadays. It was Apple iPhone. So how he go and develop? How come he's develop all these things? You see, it's not like he live in a monastery, or he live in a building or what, a temple or what, and then he ignore the whole world. No, okay, he go and find out what people actually want. Right? He experience. He must talk to people. He must live as a human being. Then you can apply the technology. Right? You need to solve problems. For example, right? If faith is not just empty faith without action, without experience. So what do the constants mean in physics? So in physics, we got a lot of constants. Like the speed of light is always a constant. Like pi, the radius and the diameter of a circle, is the constant is called pi, which what is infinite constants right? Infinite constant. So I mean, like, we cannot divide, we cannot get ending lah. It's forever the number. So all these constant means what in physics? They say that somebody would have designed this physics, the constants, the formulas in physics, correct? It's not like it just happened without any by accident or something. The universe got a brain of its own lah, so called. Actually there is some, it's like a design lah, it's like a computer program like that lah. Okay, how come it's the same every time? um are they exclusive or necessary for each other? So can faith, right? Let's say I'm a religious person, I'm a faith person, but I say I don't want science, I don't want to use telephone, I don't want to use computer, I don't want to use TV. uh, right, I believe, God don't want all this technology, I don't want to drive car, all this. God don't want all this science, right? Is it correct or not? Is that called faith or not if you take away science? Or can you say science, I don't want faith also, because I just know what is science, I don't need faith. But like I say lah, even without faith you cannot have any scientific discoveries also, right? Without imagination, yeah. So both are necessary. Okay. Does science prove or disprove God? Some say uh, because we have this theory of evolution, we can explain all the Big Bang, and there is no evidence for God, they say lah, so-called scientific evidence for God, therefore God doesn't exist. We cannot detect God mah. How do, yeah, so does it really, because you cannot detect God, so you say God doesn't exist? Yeah, of course. If Yeah, but like I say earlier lah, the invisible is stronger, is more important, is bigger than the visible mah. So obviously, if God is stronger, then obviously you cannot see him lah. Like even science also, they say there's dark energy and dark matter which cannot be detected, and these are 90% of the matter in the universe, 80 or 90% of the matter in the universe. The visible matter are just maybe 10-15%. So like, obviously you can't detect God, right? Faith and feelings. So is faith a feeling or is it logic? Right. So what is actually a feeling? Why do we have feeling? Why when we why do we they call it like if somebody hit us we get angry. When we see somebody no food to eat, we feel sad. You know, when yeah, when when somebody do good, then we we feel good now. We feel that that person is doing a good thing, right? Why do we call it a feeling, right? Or is it the same thing, right? So you this one you think about it lah. Okay, for me it's the same thing okay. Logic feels good also mah. Feeling a good feeling will be logical also. You cannot have I got a good feeling but I ignore logic. You cannot have logic and but it doesn't feel good. Then is something wrong with your logic already. So why do some things feel good and others not good? Um, okay. Uh, like sometimes you do things right, you have that feeling it's not the right thing to do. Uh, and when we play music, if we just bang the piano, it doesn't sound good. When you play correctly with the right rhythm, with the right tone, with the right keys, it feels good, right? So why do we need this kind of things? Some things feel good and not good. It's like I say lah, it's like a design like that lah, okay? Can we feel other people suffering and pain? This one, yeah, like the poor guy in Afghanistan or the poor guy in who get tortured and all, or somebody fall sick. Do we can we like so called are we connected or not in any way, right? So I this one is of course we don't physically feel it, yeah, um, but if we hear about it, then of course we also don't feel good lah, right? So if other people are happy, right? If they say if people around you smile, you also feel happy, okay? If everybody is feeling angry or sad around you, you also don't feel good one. Right? It's like what lah? They say contagious lah. So if right, that's why they say put on a smile lah. Right? Uh, yeah. So do we feel anxious or confident? Yeah. So this one also is to do with our faith. If we are always anxious, then there's something wrong with our faith. Like I got not enough money. I don't feel I feel I'm a bit sick. I feel that I'm quite stupid, or I feel I'm very I got a lot of problems. Then something is wrong with our faith already. Okay. But if we are like confident, then most likely our faith is okay lah. Right. Uh, Conclusion. So why is faith necessary? See, faith is necessary because we live in a world where we are not there's not only one man show or one person. There are if you the moment you have more than one party, if you have two parties, they have one party A and party B have party A have to trust they have to trust each other. Right? You never know, okay, what they will do 100%, but you must trust. So when you have multi parties in this world, obviously faith is necessary. You, whether you believe in God or not, even if you talk about humans alone, faith is necessary, right? And faith is necessary for the purpose that we don't know the future. We cannot see the future, and also because they are invisible things. Whether you believe spirits or not, right? In spirits exist for thousands of years. I mean, in terms of their faith, what people believe are. So all these things is necessary. Okay. Why is necessary to have faith? So before you have faith, what do you need? Uh, you need my answer is you need evidence you need observation right? You need to test your uh, yeah you, you need to observe what is in the world. Okay, what people do. If people every time do bad, then you don't go and believe them, right? If what they say, if what people say, then lah, if people just tell you one kind of story, every day tell lies or what, you don't go and believe them right? So we need the experience we need to observe properly what is happening in the world. Then we can have the right faith in the right person or faith in the right thing, right? Like how to have faith in the right thing, people. So we need yeah, we cannot ignore what is happening, what happens, what right? If let's say you just imagine if two people who are very happily married, they have children, one day they will die, then are you saying that they will never see each other again? Are you going to tell, let's say you tell somebody, you will never see your husband or wife again when you die, or you tell your children, or you tell right, let's say a guy who is suffering or what, you tell him, there is no hope for you. Too bad you fall sick, you die after that, nothing you just disappear into dust. So right, right, the right people also is important, the right things also is important, right? It's not how to say, yeah, see, because the universe is so big, and even religions tell you there's heaven and hell, it's not like I'm inventing heaven and hell or judgment or sin or death or all these things, but and um right, and also it's logical because you see, now we have pain and suffering. So are you saying that there is no pain and reward after we die, or right? Yeah, you don't have faith in the stock market lah. Okay, don't go and have faith in your company also lah. Okay, your company is not going to save you also your money or your bank account, right, is what you, of course, every day you make money. When you die, you got 1 million or 10 million in your bank account, but is that the right thing? Is that going to help you in any way? No. Okay, so what will help you at the end of your life, right? To what you see, the when you do good, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is you suffer in this world, right? And when you die, let's say there's nothing there's no reward for you okay, or maybe there is punishment also because you try to do the right thing but you didn't really succeed in doing, right? But you see, when you really believe what you did, and you did all your necessary work, your homework and all, that itself is a reward right? Like I say, our feeling when we feel good. Isn't that a reward by itself? When we do good, when we feel good, that itself is a reward also ma. So that is enough, right? um of course, you don't go and waste your time. You know, you got 50 years or 100 years on earth. If you waste your time, then uh yeah, but right. And yeah, if we help other people, and you know, we so-called uh right, we don't but even suffering also in this world is what ma, if we have faith, then we can go through suffering also. We can go through bad things that happen in our life, right? If you don't have faith, you believe that everything supposed to be is good happen to you is supposed to be good, then obviously it's not right ma, because we see everybody so suffering also. People lose their job, people fall sick, right? People go to war, people die, you know, people kill other people and all those things. You think that because it happened to other people, it won't happen to you meh? So it's not exactly the right kind of faith also ma. You need to be realistic also, okay? And you need to have, ultimately you have to believe that the world is created by somebody lah. Okay, you look at the world, the more you look at it, the more you think about it, it cannot exist without somebody creating it, right? So you have to, at the bare minimum, you will come to that conclusion, okay? But that one is, I don't want to say too much on it. You know, everybody have to decide, okay? Everybody have to depend lah. Everybody's faith is different lah, okay? Like, yeah, uh, yeah, okay, thanks, bye.